Hi everyone, welcome to a new point of view ASMR video. Today's video we are going to work on manifestations and clearing up our aura and our mental movie projector, so to say, to allow for a better reality or one that is more aligned with our desires. And one more thing before I get started is that I finally reached my level 2 in Reiki, had my attunement and everything, so this is the first video that is officially a full-on Reiki experience. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy. We're gonna get started first by clearing the outer layers of your aura, as we usually do. But before I get started, I just want to kind of switch on the session, so to say, by drawing the chokure symbol on your third eye. So if you want to, you can close your eyes, whatever you want. Chokure, chokure, chokure. So let's start by sweeping your whole body, head to toe. One more pass. I've also brought my singing bowl with me, and we're going to use sound today to clear our aura, which is another way of just clearing any sort of static that we hold in the outer layers of our auric field. I'm going to try to do this as quiet as possible. Starting at your head. Moving down to your throat, down to your heart, your belly, and the hips, and then down the legs. Again, moving from the top of your head to your throat, chest, abdomen, hips, and down the legs. One last sweep, top of the head, throat, chest, abdomen, hips, and all the way down the legs. There we go. To go a little bit more deeper, I'm going to use my selenite wand, which is perfect for clearing the energetic field around us, our aura. And I just want to clear out anything that has stuck to us during the day, anything that attached to us that we don't want to hold on to. That could be the energies of other people, their words, maybe experiences that you've had. If there's anything in particular that comes to mind, bring that emotion or that memory towards the surface of your body and allow the selenite wand to absorb it. You're here now in the present moment. Whatever came to mind has gone already, so you can let go of it. It's no longer here. And then, of course, moving it down the body. So sort of sweeping of the outer layers, removing any dust. And you can imagine the selenite wand working as a magnet and just picking up on all those little particles, those bits of static, and just sucking it up to the surface into the wand. So, before we get started with aligning the chakras, I'm just going to take some time to feel for every chakra, see how they're doing, and then from there we'll see whichever ones we want to focus on. So I'm going to start by coming up behind you here, and I just have my hands on top of your head, feeling for the crown chakra. Coming down to the third eye, which is located right in between your eyebrows, in the middle of your forehead. And then getting a feel for your throat chakra, which is located in the center of your throat. Heart chakra. Solar plexus. Sacral. And then the root chakra. Beautiful. I'm just going to sweep any energies I picked up on. Start with these 4 crystals here. I'll introduce them in a little bit, but let's get started with the root chakra, which is quite important when we want to manifest a new reality, because manifestation, it's very important to be in a place of surrender when it comes to manifestation and feeling like we're grounded and we can trust the process of life. We feel safe living or being alive in the reality that we're in. So I want to focus a little bit on the root chakra here, which is right by your hips, to reclaim that sense of safety within your body, within your smaller environment, so the people around you, but also the bigger environment around us, the world, the reality that you live in. Making sure that we let go of any fear-based beliefs that we have about reality. Things such as life never works out for me, or things like people are always out to get me, I am unlucky, these kind of things. Anything that has to do with basic survival and our needs. We want to rewrite those beliefs that we have into more supportive and loving beliefs. So believing that that life works in our favor, believing that life would even go further, conspires in our favor. It's an active participant in our life. And also believing that we can trust people. Obviously, you always want to tune in with your intuition. Not everyone has our best interest in mind, but in general, starting from that place of generosity and starting from that place of trust, and really trusting that the people that come into our lives are here to teach us something. Right? So I have this beautiful black onyx. I'll bring it in front of you so you can have a look at it. It has a little piece of white onyx in there, which I really like, so it's quite grounding. The majority of the stone is black, but the white little piece reminds me that even though it's very important to stay grounded, it's also important to have that lightness about it, to stay connected to the higher realms. So practically what that means is stay grounded in this earth reality, be very practical about the things that we do and learn, but never lose sight of the bigger picture of why we're here and how crazy it is to be alive, what a miracle it really is. So, healing the black onyx here at your root chakra. And I'm just moving in with the clock, basically. It looks like looks on the screen like it's counterclock, but if this is your body, and I'm moving from the perception of your body, from your point of view, this is with the clock. So, moving clockwise to kind of stir the pot, so to say, stir up the energies, break apart any energetic bonds, so that the ones that don't serve us can be perceived a bit easier. If anything overwhelming comes to mind, or you feel overwhelming sensations, you could always turn off the video for a little bit, ground yourself, or you could exhale loudly through your mouth to release the energy. So I'm going to turn over to the black side here, and just imagine this black onyx is like a magnet pulling out all the limiting beliefs we have about life and ourselves, but mainly about our survival and our basic needs in this lifetime. And the black side here is just going to soak up or magnetize to it all those beliefs. And then I'm going to turn over the stone to the white side and just bring in some of that white, pure light. That cosmic, pure love, unconditional love. Knowing that you're held at all times by God or life or whatever name you choose for it. Alright, beautiful. Let's have a little feel. That feels so much better. Now, moving on to the solar plexus, which is located right underneath your sternum, the end of your rib cage. I'm using this beautiful yellow calcite. Let's see if we can get it to focus on it. It's a bit hard to see with the lighting, but it's quite beautiful. Has a bit of white here, opaque white at the bottom. And the color yellow connects in with our solar plexus, so again, going with the clock. To open up the chakra and unblock it. And I wanted to work on the solar plexus as well, because that's where energetically we store our beliefs about ourselves. And this is also the place where a lot of cords come in and out of our aura. And these cords are our attachments with people, but also beliefs, thought forms. Some of these cords are absolutely beautiful, they nourish us. There's this sort of symbiotic relationship between us and whoever or whatever is at the other end of the cord. So cords are definitely not a bad thing, they're really good. It's a very sort of loving, nurturing connection. But then there are some cords that are not so good for us, not so beneficial. So here we want to pull out the cords, which we're going to do in a little bit. The cords that affect our beliefs about ourselves when it comes to manifestation and abundance. Maybe we believe that we're not worthy of abundance because we're not smart enough, or whatever, fill in the blank. So any beliefs that have to do with us and our self-identity that are not nourishing, those are the ones that we want to remove. Good. So now that we've kind of opened up this chakra here, I'm going to go over and take my scissors. And I'm just going to start by pulling out those cords, now that we've kind of cleared the way with the yellow calcite, and just snip out any cords that are not good for us, are not beneficial. And of course, this is a completely painless procedure. Should feel quite good actually, like a weight that's lifted off your shoulder. Just be aware of how you feel the next coming days. You might experience some grief. If it's grief that you can't really place, maybe it's because of some of the cords that we cut. Because humans, as weird as we are, sometimes we do get attached to things that are not good for us. So it is possible to feel grief over things that don't benefit us or are not good for us. let's have a little feel for it. Some right at your solar plexus. I still feel some residual energy here, so I'm just gonna sweep it down the body. This will help bring balance to your solar plexus. There we go, that's way better. Okay. Moving to your third eye, I selected this citrine points, and I wanted to work on the third eye because that's the place where we have our intuition, first of all, but it's also the place of our inner vision. So the place where we are able to see things through imagination, basically. So I want to work on that because a lot of times the way we perceive reality right now could actually be blocking manifestations from coming in. So what I want to do, I have a second crystal here, blue agate, is change the lens of your internal projection machine or protector, whatever you want to call it. Because from the moment that we change our perception of reality, things in our outer environment start changing too. So I'm going to use this beautiful point here. So this is the citrine point. Has a lot of what looks like bubbles inside, which probably you can't really see, probably won't be picked up by the camera. But I'm just gonna come in here and start clearing out your third eye first before we change the lens or filter. So again, we're just metaphorically stirring the pot. I just saw 111 on my screen, which is a sign from our angels about new beginnings, so that's perfect. Alright, really good. So now the energy has been moved. I'm gonna go in with this beautiful blue agate, and I've chosen this as your new lens, so to say, to look through, because it looks like there's a wave inside, and it reminds me of going with the flow, allowing the wave of life to take you wherever it may want to take you, and not resisting the currents. So that's why I chose this crystal, to connect you to that trust in life and trust in the process of things, and remind you to go with the flow. So I'm just going to place this here by your third eye. Beautiful. And I'm just going to take out the old filter and then put in this one instead. There you go. Allow it to become part of your body, part of your energy field. Surrender to it. Beautiful. And then I have 2 more crystals here. I have Fuchsite, which connects you to the fairies and the magic in life. And I'm not sure if the camera will pick up, but it's sparkly. And then I have labradorite, which is another stone to connect you to magic. This one also helps to connect you to your spirit guides. And I find that having a clear connection with your spirit guides helps to kind of find your way through life. Sometimes they can help you find a direction. They can send you signs of where to go next. So I'm going to run both crystals through your aura to help infuse your aura with magic, knowing that you don't have to have it all figured out by yourself. Allow the magic of life to enter your reality. Starting at the top of your head, third eye, throat, sweeping it down body to your heart center, down, down, down to your abdomen, hips, and down the legs. Again, sweeping the whole body. One last time. Very last thing here before we close the session is I want to run these beautiful flowers through your aura. I'm just going to pick out one stem. Let's take the biggest bunch. And these flowers to me represent abundance because there's so many of them. It also reminds me to stay open. We might have a dream or a goal, but the way to get there might be different than what we had first imagined. And so you can imagine the goal being the end of the stem, and then all of these flowers are all different ways or different paths to get to the same place. So even though our goals may not change, it's important to remain open to the path or the how that we get there. So infusing the flowers with Reiki energy, allowing them to symbolize abundance, blooming, right? Seeds coming to fruition. just going to run this over your whole body. One last time. One last sweep of your body to allow everything to settle in. And then I'm going to walk over to your feet. Just place my hands on them to ground you again. The energy that we have just introduced into your aura to settle into the deeper layers of your being, allowing all the energy to ground. There we go. Alright. I hope that you enjoyed this Reiki ASMR session. I hope that you find the abundance that you're looking for, and that wherever you wish for, that you'll get it at